She's poised. She's beautiful. She knows exactly who she is. And that is precisely why dating her is nothing like anything you've experienced before. If you are a man who has recently entered, or is thinking about entering, a relationship with a woman over 40, let me ask you something honestly. Do you truly understand what she needs? Not what she says in polite conversation, not what she posts online, what she actually needs. Deep down, in the quiet places she rarely lets anyone see, because a woman over 40 doesn't just want a companion. She wants someone who is ready. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between a love that transforms you and one that quietly falls apart. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here, because this conversation is one that doesn't happen nearly enough. I'm your host, and this is the channel where we explore the deeper currents of mature love, emotional intelligence, and the psychology behind real, lasting connection. Today, we're talking specifically to the men, the thoughtful ones, the ones who sense that loving a woman over 40 requires something more, something deeper than what worked in their 20s. And they're right. This video is going to walk you through the essential precautions every man should carry into this kind of relationship, not as rules, but as wisdom. Stay until the very end, because the final insight might completely shift the way you see her and yourself. If this resonates with you, please like this video and subscribe. It truly helps this community grow. Now, let's begin. Precaution number 1. Understand that her past is not baggage. It is architecture. A woman over 40 has lived. She has loved, lost, rebuilt, and chosen herself more than once. Every experience she carries has shaped the woman sitting across from you. The mistake many men make is treating her history as something to get around, a wall to climb over. But her history is not a wall. It is the foundation of who she is. Imagine a man who keeps making small jokes about her ex-husband, thinking he's being playful. What he doesn't realize is that each joke chips away at the safety she's carefully rebuilt. She doesn't need you to erase her past. She needs you to respect it. Approach her story with curiosity, not competition. Ask questions. Listen without agenda. When she feels that her past is honored, not interrogated, she will open doors to you that she's kept locked for years. Precaution number 2. Never mistake her independence for emotional distance. She pays her own bills. She makes her own decisions. She doesn't need you to rescue her, and she will quietly lose respect for any man who tries. But here's what so many men misread. Her independence is not a rejection of intimacy. It is a test of emotional maturity. She wants to know, can you stand beside a strong woman without feeling threatened? Think of a man who pulls back because she doesn't seem to need him. He interprets her self-sufficiency as coldness, but she's watching. She's waiting to see if he's secure enough to love her without needing to be her savior. Be that man. Offer your presence, not your solutions. Your warmth, not your control. That is what she finds irresistible. Precaution number 3. Consistency is not optional. It is the foundation. If there is one thing that a woman over 40 cannot tolerate, it is unpredictability. She has spent years navigating emotional instability in relationships, in life, in herself. She has done the work to create peace, and she will not sacrifice that peace for someone who runs hot and cold. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. It means showing up the same way on a Tuesday as you do on a Tuesday as you do on a Friday night date. It means texting back with the same energy 3 months in as you did on day 3. A man who is charming in the beginning but gradually withdraws. She recognizes that pattern immediately. She's seen it before, and she will not chase. She will simply leave. Show her, through small repeated actions, that you are someone she can rely on. That is more romantic to her than any grand gesture. Precaution number 4, her emotional triggers are not overreactions, they are signals. She may go quiet after something you said. She may pull back after a moment of feeling dismissed. And your instinct might be to think, she's being too sensitive. Stop. A woman over 40 has learned, sometimes through years of pain, exactly what wounds her. When she reacts to something, it is rarely about the surface moment. It is about a pattern she refuses to repeat. Picture a man who raises his voice slightly during a disagreement, not cruelly, just with frustration. But for her, that tone echoes something from a relationship long ago. She shuts down. He's confused. She seems overreactive, but she isn't overreactive. But she isn't overreacting. She is protecting herself. The precaution here is simple but profound. When she signals discomfort, get curious before you get defensive. Ask her gently what she felt. That single habit will set you apart from almost every man she has ever known. Precaution number 5, respect her time as you would respect her heart. Time is the one thing a woman over 40 is exquisitely aware of at. She is not willing to spend months in ambiguity. She will not wait indefinitely for you to decide if you're serious. This does not mean she is rushing you. It means she values clarity. She values intention. She wants to know that the time she is investing in you, emotionally, physically, mentally, is being met with equal seriousness. A man who keeps the relationship undefined for too long, no real conversations about the future, no visible commitment, is sending her a message, even if he doesn't mean to, and she will hear it loudly. Be direct, be honest. Have the conversations that feel slightly uncomfortable. Because to her, a man who can sit in that discomfort and still choose her, that is one of the most attractive things she has ever experienced. Precaution number 6. Physical intimacy is emotional for her. Never separate the two. For a woman over 40, the body and the heart are not separate conversations. Physical closeness, touch, presence, tenderness is an extension of emotional safety. For her, if she doesn't feel emotionally secure with you, physical intimacy will feel hollow, sometimes even threatening. Many men approach this the wrong way, leading with the physical and wondering why she seems disconnected. She is not cold. She is waiting to feel safe. Build the emotional bridge first. Prioritize conversation, laughter, genuine presence. Let her feel truly known by you. When emotional trust deepens, everything else follows. Naturally, beautifully, and with a depth that will surprise even you. Here is the truth I want you to carry with you. A woman over 40 is not difficult to love. She is specific about how she is loved, and that is a gift. Think about it. She is not going to pretend. She is not going to shrink herself to keep the peace. She is not going to accept less than what she knows. In her bones, she deserves. That kind of woman requires a man who has done his own work, who knows his own value, who is not afraid of real intimacy, the kind that asks you to grow. If you're watching this, something brought you here. May be she's already in your life. Maybe you're hoping she will be. Either way, hear this. She is not asking you to be perfect. She is asking you to be perfect. She is asking you to be honest. She is asking you to be brave enough to love something real. And if you are, what you will experience with her is unlike anything you have ever known. That is not a promise. That is simply the truth of mature love. So remember this. Loving a woman over 40 is not complicated. It is intentional. It rewards patience, consistency, emotional courage, and genuine respect. And when you bring all of that, she will meet you there in ways that will quietly change your life. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these precautions resonated with you the most? Or is there something you've learned from loving a mature woman that belongs on this list? Drop it in the comments below. Every story shared here matters. If this video brought you something valuable today, please give it a like. It means more than you know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your moment. Next time, we're exploring what women over 40 silently observe about a man in the first 30 days and what makes them decide to stay. Until then, love wisely, love deeply, and never stop growing.